In this video, I'll show you how I got these ingredients and cooked a festive Romanian Christmas dinner. What's in front of me might not look like the most glamorous or best looking food, and at times it may seem like I make it up as I go along. But for me, Christmas dinner is not about how the table looks like. It's about the joy, the time that you spend with your friends and family, and all the memories that these flavors are bringing to you. And I've not learned this from TV shows or from cooking books. I've learned this from the traditions that were passed from generations to the generations, from my grandparents to my parents to me. Sometimes when I have to pick the recipes to show you, it might be a bit challenging. However, when it comes to the Christmas ones, these ones are easily in top 5, my absolute favorites. Hi, this is Ali. Welcome to Food Groove, where this time we're not going to look into the history of the dishes that we're cooking, but we are going to talk about what they mean to me and the feeling and the memories that they bring to me. We'll discuss this delicious dinner in a bit, but first, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It'll mean the world to me. Let me share some memories related to these dishes with you. For example, for the Boeuf Salad, this always reminds me how I was trying so hard to help my grandmother with peeling the really hot boiled potatoes. I was always burning my fingers, so that's what this reminds me of. And then we've got the main, which is like a casserole, but not really. This always reminds me of my parents and how resourceful they were to literally get everything and drop it in a pot, put it in the oven, and somehow it works. It works, trust me, it works. And obviously, last but not least, the Cozonac, which is probably the happiest memory of every single child in Romania. And there's nothing better than when this is hot, breaking it in half and eat a piece of that really hot dough. Oh, amazing. These Christmas dinners can take quite a long time to prepare. So instead of showing you each individual recipe, I've decided to actually take you through the workflow and showing you how to actually do it and how I use my time whilst waiting for a dessert that takes almost a day to cook to do the other ones. So it might get a bit hectic, but just stay here, trust the process. As mentioned, the dessert takes the longest to prepare, so I started by making the dough that will need to rest for a minimum of 2 hours. Oh, and if you're wondering why this voice doesn't match my normal voice, it's because I've got COVID in the meantime. Moving on, I started by mixing 100 grams of warm milk with 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 7 grams of yeast. Whilst the yeast is activating, I need 2 whole eggs and 2 extra egg yolks. Saved the remaining 2 egg whites for later. Mix the eggs with 10 grams or a tablespoon of salt. Look, I know it's a dessert, but salt highlights all the aromas of each ingredient, so please don't skip it. Zested 1 lemon and 1 orange and added that to the egg mix. Continued by adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract or vanilla paste if you have access to better quality ingredients, and 20 milliliters of rum, cognac or brandy. It needs to be good quality. I can now add the yeast mix to the rest of the flour, 650 grams in total, 100 grams of sugar, 60 grams of yogurt, and the egg mix. Lastly, incorporated 150 grams of butter, room temperature por favor, into the dough. Obviously, this would be easier if I had a standing mixer, but I don't. And my grandmother didn't either, and it still works. If you're wondering why there's so much hair on my arm out of nowhere, I'll let you guess in the comments below. After about 30 minutes of fighting with the dough, no punching it, as tempting as that might be, I covered it with foil and left it to rest. This gives me enough time to boil the vegetables and the meat for the beef salad. In Romania, the beef is not popular, so on this occasion, I used chicken breast, which I boiled for 15 minutes. But you can use beef, pork, or no protein at all. For the casserole or roast dinner, or how I like to call it, my family's Christmas magic, I used a mix of pork belly, pork loin, and sausage. We have some aromatics like rosemary and thyme, and some spices like paprika, salt, and pepper. To balance the dish, I also added baby carrots, white and red onion, potatoes, and 3 to 4 garlic cloves. Started assembling by spreading a generous layer of cooking pork fat at the bottom of the pot. Then in goes the meat, vegetables, the spices. Mix it all together until everything is nicely coated. Once done, I bring the pork on top of the vegetables, making sure I have one piece of lean followed by one piece of pork belly. This will help with the tenderness of the lean meat. Add 100 milliliters of water and that's literally it. Easy, right? Covered it with foil and placed it in the oven at 180 degrees for 1 hour and a half. Moving on or back to my beef salad, vegetables should be boiled by now, so I can start chopping. Because this can be quite a heavy salad, I used a couple of roasted and pickled red peppers and about 5 pickled cucumbers to balance it out. Also, handful of olives and my now boiled chicken breast, potatoes, carrots, and parsnip. This salad needs mayo, so I chose my mom's way of doing it, using 1 egg yolk, half a boiled potato, and a teaspoon of mustard. Must I say you need to add some salt to your food to make it taste better? Mixed it with vegetable oil until I had about 5 tablespoons of it. Added most of the mayo on top of my chopped ingredients and mixed it all together. Kept a tablespoon of mayo aside to decorate. Please don't make fun of my salad decoration. It's traditional, okay? Quickly back to the roast. Halfway through the cooking time, took it out of the oven and basted it. That is the part when you cover it with its own juices and put it back in the oven. It helps to keep the meat moist and it adds flavor. Now I can go back to the dessert and prepare the filling. For that, I used the egg whites saved earlier and mixed them until fluffy like a meringue. Took 250 grams of ground walnuts, mixed them with 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Then incorporated the egg whites in. Sprayed 2 parchment paper trays with oil. Took the dough and split it into 4 equal parts. I need to have 4 50 by 20 centimeter sheets, approximately. Split the filling in 4 as well and spread it on top of each sheet. Then I made sure that the filling is nicely sealed inside. Picked 2 of the 4 filled doughs and folded them on top of each other, like so. and carefully place them in the trays. This needs to rest until it doubles in size again, takes about another hour. Heated the oven to maximum temperature and placed a large baking tray at the bottom, with 2 cups of boiling water in it. This will prevent our Cozonac from drying out whilst baking. Once maximum temperature is achieved, I reduced it to 170 degrees Celsius. Egg washed both of them and baked for 60 minutes. I cannot begin to explain the absolute amazing smell. Me and my husband ate one of them almost instantly after taking it out of the oven. You can now bring the family together, set the table, and enjoy. Did I forget to say goodbye? Bye guys! See you in the next video. I hope you're gonna enjoy if you try any of this. Let me know in a comment.